So you see how my steps in the middle? I need to remember that my camera is the other way. So that's because this blade's got a little bit of a torque twist to it. I'm going to come in from this side and clear that off when I start cleaning it up. I'm just kind of like running little flakes at them. Well, not little, but gonna get some balance into this thing before I actually do anything nice. I might keep that one. Alright, so let's go this way. So I like to pinch it a little bit as well. I was doing a little bit of antler direct this morning, and then I'm trying to do a little bit of everything at the moment. Hammerstone, antler direct, wood direct. Probably making my life a little bit hard doing kind of everything at the moment, but that's alright. I might keep that one too. I love how instead of it rolling over and taking my edge off, even though I had a lot of pressure on the back edge, it just kind of rolled and then curled its way this way, following that ridge, even though I had the pressure. But see how nice and clean that's getting now? I'm getting nicely balanced as well. I've got a square edge here, so let's deal with that real quick. It does pay sometimes just to get the hammerstone out. Give it a little bit of a hammerstone clean off. I still got this mass in the back here that I need to deal with. I'll get there slowly but surely. I kind of like to attack stuff like that in a process instead of just trying to directly attack this back edge. I'll work around, do all sorts of other stuff, and then when I've got a really nice setup, then I'll attack spots like that. Alright, Got it. Nice little ridge runner. Then I'll come back this way, I guess. All right. See how I did that? So instead of me trying to like pin it down and then get at that platform from up here, which I know I'm probably going to mess up, it's easier for me to just hold this thing by the margins and like hold it like all the way down, support this whole thing, and then hit down like this, because I can get the angle a little bit better than trying to swing from up here, if that makes sense. So it just helps me, or I'll hold it like this in my hands and then use my thumb and my index finger to pinch that and get in there like that. It's all about little workarounds. Like if you can't do one thing, figure out another way to do it. Like, I don't know if at this stage I'm going to be able to direct percussion flute a point, but I can definitely hit the distal end of or the proximal end of it without snapping it in two. And even though it's got quite a bit of thickness to it, that's not a badly balanced biface. It's not terrible anyway. Alright, let's get this one here. Very lightly grind. Not a heavy grind at all. I don't think I'm going to do this whole thing direct percussion. I think I'm probably going to switch over to the punch fairly soon. Try and get one through there. The punch has got its advantages when it comes to the wood, but for some reason this tends to navigate certain surfaces a little bit better than the wood does, or the punch does. Ooh. Switch. Good old mountain mahogany. Okay, so wood on wood. Wood striker on the wood punch gives you a different end result to antler on wood. So for some things I tend to go with the wood on wood. And is this even shit. I'll try and get you guys a little bit more. I know the shadows are going to be weird, but this light, it's good for me. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, your flake signatures change a lot. When it comes to this as a striker compared to this as a striker compared to that as a striker. All three of those will give you a different result. It just depends on what it is you are after, what it is you're trying to do, what is the final product that you're trying to go for. Very important. That's why, again, it's nothing against copper. Nothing. Honestly, I've got nothing against copper. But you cannot change the subtle changes in the flakes, the look of the flakes, the undulations, the end result, flake terminations, platforms, you name it. Copper looks the same across the board. With this stuff, if I had a wood striker with an antler punch, my flake's going to look different. If I have, like I said, wood on wood, the flake's going to be different. If I have antler on wood, the flake's going to be different. If I have antler on antler, the flake's going to be different. Same thing with buffalo. If I have wood on buffalo, the flake's going to be different. If I have antler on buffalo, the flake's going to be different. If I have buffalo on buffalo, the flake's going to be different. And then also, if you change like sizes, like let's say I go from that and I strike with that end, it won't change to such a point where the flakes are completely different, but it'll change the shape of the flakes, the length of how far the flake will run, that sort of thing. Like if you want to do oblique punch flaking, not pressure flaking, as you use the smaller end of the striker or just a smaller striker in general. If you want bigger oblique flaking, then you'll use the bigger sort of striker. If you want to do fine edge work, I would recommend you go with a smaller striker. See little turning flakes on that edge? Oh, well, that one collapsed on me, but... I apologize if you can't see any of these edges. Kalidokali. I'm trying to keep this a little bit more plano convex. Okay, so that was a flat surface. Look at how that flake navigated that surface. Flat on flat. Look at the flake. Let me turn a... There was no convexity in that. And that flake just navigated that perfectly. And if I come back in this way, it'll just clean it off. See? Okay. Where's the other one? Okay, so this one, hopefully you guys can actually see this. Okay, so this one ran. Because it's a flat surface, it hinge terminated. Okay. And then this other one ran right in underneath past that and just terminated feather perfect. And that is basically a flat surface on that side. So that's actually a flake that I'm going to probably end up gluing back together. Yep. Where am I? 2 platforms on either side. Just set this one aside somewhere. Alright. I want to challenge if anybody out there can do what I just did with those 2 flakes on a flat surface with a metal percussor or indirect or with copper. Oh, actually, maybe you... yeah, copper might do it. Doubt it though. Actually, no. I'm probably going to stand firm on that one. You're not going to do that with copper. Trying to think if copper will actually do that. I doubt it though. I know the copper people are going to be pissed off with me saying that. Again, it's not because I have something against copper. Just when it comes to certain things that you want to do, copper is just not gonna do it for you. If you want to make a beautiful point, a beautifully flaked point, then you use copper. Although you can do that with the other stuff as well, no doubt. But in my opinion, that's what you use copper for, is you make a beautiful point. If you want to make a accurate reproduction of something, you'll have to look outside the box a little bit. What I'm trying to do now is build convexity to the convex side. I'm not worried about the planar side at the moment. I'm just trying to bring my edges around. So I switched the billet now to the heavier side because I want still small flakes, but I want them to run just a little bit further. I don't know if you guys can tell, but see, I've got little short little ones running all up the sides. And then we'll do a couple back and forth, like this face, this face, this face, this face, just to get it nice and smoothed out, and we'll pressure flake this. I am more than likely going to pressure flake this one with antler, not with antler, with buffalo. It's a pity that one broke. See, I had like scruffy bits in there. Clean that off perfectly. Alright, now we can probably run one up in there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because we have to bring our base in just a little bit. So I can just maybe do a little bit of a blender there, then get that one. Just support this one with my finger. Nice little cleaner through there. And then we'll get one this side right there. Sorry, I know you guys can't see that platform. Tiny little one ran up in there. I don't know if that was in frame, but might have to review this afterwards, and if it's horse shit, I'll scratch it. Burn it! Okay. So I've got a little bit of a iffy stuff nonsense going on in there. Don't know if you guys can actually see that or not. So I've got tiny little platform set up right there. Leather support. Well, it ran past it, but I didn't get as much as I wanted it. It's alright, I've got another option right there. Okay. Got it that time. Okay. We'll run a couple in here just to move my edge up. One, two, three. I actually use the glove as like soft leather support. So I'll have my fingertip right on the platform, and then I'll just have the glove gently, like especially when I'm like this, gently touch the rest of it. So the glove actually will act like, but you need thin gloves for that. You can't do that with big fat garden gloves. You still need to be able to feel what you're doing. I don't like getting cut up by this stuff, so that's why I use gloves. Sometimes I won't wear gloves at all with it. Flints and cherts and stuff, but definitely with the obsidian. Alright, let's get this base sorted real quick. I'm not going to worry about making a beautiful base right now. Just shape it a little bit. Okay, we'll go this side. I'll try somewhat to keep my balance at least. Kitty dookity. Get one right in there. Okay, that's probably deep enough for the punch anyway. Alright. Alright. I might even just use this. Might need to go a little bit deeper with my shoulders. Get set up there to run some big flakes in there a little bit later. So once it gets to that point, the buffalo will get it, but there's a point of no return with your edges with the wood. So see, the buffalo will get it, no problem. But with the wood, once you get to a certain thickness of edge, you either have to start over or pick up a different tool. I need to move this light, because the light that's right above me, because it's making it hard to see. Like, it brightens things up, so when I'm knapping chert or other types of rock, it's fine, but with this black stuff, It makes it really, really hard to see. I was at the not the chiropractor, sorry, the acupuncturist yesterday. I've had acupuncture before in my life, but yesterday I had the doctor lady, whatever you want to call her, she put a whole bunch of needles in. Started on my shoulders, and a couple of them hurt, but wasn't terrible. Very, very mild, handleable pain, tolerable. And so she kept on going down. There was a few of them that really hurt, like off the bat when she put them in, which is kind of weird because the needles are tiny. But I was lying there and probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes in. And we were chatting about stuff and we were talking about South Africa and blah blah blah. Out of nowhere, one of them, my lower back, right where I hurt my back, started hurting. I've got a high pain tolerance. That was by far the most pain I have ever been in my entire life. I did not know. I mean, I've had kidney stones and back pain for many, many, many years, and back injury at work, and blah blah blah. I did not know that pain can reach levels. Like, I just started crying. I literally started crying. I was in that much pain. But anyway, enough of that sob story. It was just a really crazy experience. Alright, let's clear this up a little bit. I'm going to do a couple punch flakes in here. I can probably get one off that first. Okay. Alright, we'll do this first actually. Gotcha. Damn it! Twice in a row. Well, skip that for now. There's no point in going over and over and over on it, because I'm just going to keep collapsing the platform over there. Okay, that was a double, but it still went and cleaned off nice. Okay, I don't know if you guys can actually see that. I might end up leaving those two spots like that, as long as they don't interfere with anything. I want to clean off this part here though, so we'll probably run one here real quick, just a short little one, just to blend that a little bit better, and then one or two over here, a little bit further on that one, a little bit further on that one. That one went to there. See, get my balance back. I'm not worried about that yet. And then, okay. Take a couple off this tip, fix my balance up on the tip, and then when I run another set, the balance is going to look better. Oakley dokley. Actually, before I do that, I'm basically pushing straight down with this, because I don't want to run flakes up those ridges. And that's very, very easily done. Kind of want to keep that wide oblique pattern going for now. Ah, see that one? Yeah, that ran up that ridge. That's alright. So I think what we'll do is do one more with the buffalo, and then we'll run another resharpening set with the wood pressure. Just so it has the would look on the final face, on the final pass, I mean. Alright, is that gonna be good enough? We'll start over here. I should really punch that, but I think I can get it with the pressure. It's probably not gonna work out quite as nice. So, picturing in my head. Alright, that went good. Well, it's just stuck there. Oh well, I'll get it. So what I'm doing here now is I'm pushing down with these two fingers on that back edge to create back edge support. And then these two fingers are basically just holding this part down so that I'm actually putting pressure on this area with my pad. So that gives me the support that hopefully I need to run the flakes that I need. So, but we're gonna start over here. Okay. One. That one ran way past. Alright, we'll do one more over here, and then we'll run a oblique. So that one went pattern in there, and once I do that, I get rid of that. Okay, this side. Just need a couple to go. That was close. Felt that crush right as I put pressure on it, which would have been bad. Alright. Alright. Might have to skip one there. Yep, that was a good idea. Get that one. Got that one. Let's skip that one. Okay. Sometimes some of these flakes are so thin that where they terminate, they kind of just get hung up and just sit there. And you think that it's a hinge or a step fracture, but it's not. They just sit there. Gotcha, that was a nice one. Yeah. Alright. Fix this up real quick. Look at that. Might even skip those top ones. They blend in so nicely, there's no point in trying to run a set all the way to the top. Whoops-a-daisy, that's what you don't want. As soon as that happens, done. Restart. Okay, where were we? Right there, alright. Nice. Okay, go back up towards the tip a little. For some reason I always have a little bit of trouble up the tips. Up towards the tips, I mean. Look at that pretty little runner. Oh, I gotta be careful now. That one went all the way there. I'm gonna push that straight across that face. Take off my other edge. Don't want that happening. Woo! Stop. Okay. That's better. Nice little one. That's a nice little one. As you guys probably noticed, I skipped a few there. As long as it works into your balance, you don't have to get each and every single flake, especially on Great Basin stuff. There's lots of times where you can see where they napped up to a point, got to where the balance was correct, skipped a few flakes, and then kept going. There's nothing, no rule that says you have to follow a series of flakes. Some of the ugliest Great Basin points I've ever seen, that was just napped, terribly ugly flakes. Like no patterns or anything like that, I mean. Had some of the best bodies and balance of any point, which tells me that they weren't always worried about having the best looking point on the block, but the best balanced point. Alright, let's do one more this side and then we'll call it for the base. Okay. Now, do I do it with the wood or with... Nah, we'll go switch to the buffalo for this one. How far did that go? Oh, not that far. Good. I don't want it going to the tip. Nice. Okay, just do a little bit of a cleaner right in here. Doesn't have to be a big one. Turn our edge. Oh no, it went. It just got hung up. Nice. Perfect. That's probably it for that. Let's do just a quick little nibble down here. Do a quickie little. Probably take my shoulders in a little bit more. Okay. Let's get that base lengthened up just ever so slightly. Nice. I love that look. See the little, if it'll focus. Has this been out of focus this whole time? Let's see how it does that little in and then kind of fans its way around. Very nice. I'd say that's probably good enough on that base. Let's do a few red runners along this. Woo! Woo! That's scary. Oh, if it kept following that little ridge there, that would have taken that edge off. I would have been childishly upset. Oh, that one went freaking, whoa. I need to be careful. See now, now I've got a problem, because that one went so far, that one went far, so these next ones are just trying to follow suit. So either I have to push a lot lighter or try and block those flakes, or alternatively skip a flake. Okay, we need to switch to the buffalo for this last one. Okay. Now, to fix my very jagged edge, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find spots like this one here and just run tiny little, look at that, tiny little ridge runners. See, tiny. How many minutes am I? Hour 20. Shit. It's alright. I'm sure the interested ones are still here. Oh, that's a nice little one. Get beautiful. I'm scared of that one. There we go. I don't know if any of that last stuff was in frame. Like Marty says, that's why my videos are free. Ooh, that was a nice little runner. Like it. See, now I don't mind if I get a little ridge runners coming off the edge, because that's kind of like a, well, it isn't kind of, it is a resharpen. See, look. That, in my opinion, is the proper way to do the oblique flaking on a Great Basin point. It's from a series of resharpens. So technically speaking, this point has now had 3 resharpens, because it was more than usable the first time before I started pressure flaking. And then I did a series, and then I did another one, and another one. Well, actually I did 2, I think. And now I'm doing this. Alright, let's just, for the sake of being pretty, that's good enough. I'm not going to worry about my symmetry too much. Okay, might get a nice little runner off this one. That's an okay balanced point. That's not great. My balance is too far forward on this one. But with a few resharpens, that balance is going to shift and be spot on. You do see on like some of these wind dust and Humboldt points, even like, oh, maybe even the east gates, you'll see some of this edge nibbling going on. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, that's about good enough. And then, as always, I like to scuff up my base just a little bit. Just cause I like the look of it, and you see that sometimes, but I think it's mostly from being in the half that it got scuffed up like that, not from pre-scuffing. Alright, anyway, here you go. Wood, a little bit buffalo. Thanks for watching.